This is the best champion this is the best champion raids ever. This is a must fuse. Hey YouTube, what's going on? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and I'm back with another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, we're going to be talking to you guys about the new 6th anniversary for Plarium, the event, what's going on. Plus, we're going to be talking about the new fusion. I think I might have changed my opinion from yesterday's video about this guy now that we've actually seen his kit. Initially, I wasn't too impressed, just based off like the initial reactions. But yeah, if you enjoy this type of content, then stick around because we got a banger for you guys today. Let's get into it. Here we got the Festival of Creation. This is Plarium's 6th anniversary event calendar, so to speak, just kind of like a poster board, I guess, for what we can expect over the next couple of weeks. So we've got right up here in the top left, champion training. We've got, I don't know what that means. We've got raid anniversary deal. I'm guessing they're gonna have some, killer deals because this is kind of like their birthday of sorts. Dungeon divers coming soon, so we don't know what that is. We've got drop fever, and then we've got another coming soon. So they go, they want to leave a little bit to the imagination. But what I can tell you guys for sure, without a doubt, is that if you log into your account right now, what you will see here, I'm going to move my head over to this side, is the 6th anniversary gift. This is probably, in my 6 years of playing Raid, this is probably the best gift I have ever seen. Ever seen Raid gift for absolutely free. You're going to get basically a monthly pack for free just by logging into the game right now. So just log into the game and this will pop up on your screen for the next 3 weeks and 4 days. You get a free Sacred Shard, a free Ancient Shard, 3 free Ancient Shards, a free Primal Shard, and 2 free Void Shards. If you haven't started playing Raid Shadow Legends yet, this is probably the best time possible for you to start playing the game. I will leave my referral link or my main account in the description of the video. And if you sign up through that link, then I will get some rewards as you level up as well. It costs you absolutely nothing to do that. But for the ones that have already started an account, you'll also get all this anyways for free. So it's awesome. 5-star chicken, a legendary book, 1200 energy, and 2.5 million silver over the course of, I'm thinking a couple of weeks, I'm not sure, 5 days. It only takes 5 days of logging in to get all this gear for absolutely free. This is awesome. So yeah, thank you Plarium. I don't often say that, but yeah, today we are definitely appreciating you guys for your generosity. Now, to take that even further, we are going to be going into, I guess, the various areas of the Bastion quickly, just to see what kind of deals they have. They actually do have some decent deals compared to what their deals normally are. Like this here Raid Anniversary Pack, I was checking out. Over the course of 3 days, it only takes 3 days to get this, you're going to get 33 energy refills, and this is an okay deal. This is almost 1.7 energy refills per dollar. So yeah, that's probably the best deal on energy you're ever going to get from Plarium. So there you go. Not a bad deal there. Appreciation pack, I always collect those. Anniversary pack string. I'm not really into buying pack strings a whole lot. I just generally don't do it. Unless you want the first deal, then there's no reason to buy it. That's what I got to say about that. Other than that, yeah, the energy pack is decent. I would purchase it, and you're probably going to want to purchase it, honestly, if you are a spender in this game after watching this video. Yeah, let's get into the fusion for you guys. This one is an Undead Hordes Raid 6th Anniversary Fusion.
Gosta de fazer orgia. Essa novinha que tá na volanda gosta de fazer orgia. Você tá em cima da piroca, 24 horas por dia. Celebrada por cima da fica, mas sua puta travada.
Alright, pretty cool video there from Raid, from Plarium. Let's go and check out his kit. They actually released his full kit today. I'm going to be reacting for it to you guys. I'm going to be reacting to it for you guys right now. And then we will go check out what some other content creators are saying about Lord Entertainer Fabian. Legendary support champion from the undead hordes. Alright, so the first thing I notice is he kind of looks like Mishinaki. He kind of has that like energy type skull and hair and stuff like that. It just kind of like, it almost looks like it's light more than its actual like, you know, forming of a human being or whatever, a spirit, more like a ghost or something like that. And then sort of like that rich sort of, you know, attire. I don't really know if I like it or if I don't, but I don't dislike it, so it must not be that bad. Yeah, no complaints about his looks. His looks are probably, I would say, a 9 or an 8 out of 10 for me. Not like the best I've ever seen, but definitely not the worst. So not too bad there. And then we've got Service and Death. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit steals 10% of the target's turn meter. Very good, I like that. You're hitting the target, you're stealing their turn meter, you're basically doing an evil eye on his A1 every time you hit the target, which is really nice. And then if you fully deplete their turn meter, you place a True Fear on the target for 2 turns. No chance of this happening. It just happens. So as long as you have the correct amount of accuracy, this is going on. Very good A1. Unwelcome Guest. This is A2. Can be booked to a 3-turn cooldown and 100% chance. Attacks one enemy. Places Petrification debuff for 1 turn. Has a 75% of placing a True Fear for 2 turns on all other enemies who are not under a Fear or a True Fear debuff. This is kind of cool. Passive effect activates the skill whenever an enemy under a Fear or True Fear debuff successfully uses the skill. Well, if there are multiple... Wow. Oh, man. Oh, my God. If there are multiple champions on this team with this skill, only one will activate. I mean, that's fair. It's already broken enough to begin with. Petrify one enemy. Place True Fear or Fear on the rest of the enemies if they're not under a True Fear or Fear debuff already. And then if the guys under Fear or True Fear successfully use a skill, then he goes and places this skill on them so they get petrified. Unwelcome Guest, very, very powerful skill. And then Spectral Flourish attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance, 100% chance when booked of decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 3 turns. Okay, I like that a lot. That is really helpful in Arena, just being able to decrease any buff basically to 0. This includes Stone Skin, so I'm thinking you've got kind of like a Lady Kimmy effect going on here, only instead of decreasing their skills by 2 turns, you're going to be decreasing their skills by 3 turns, the duration of their buffs by 3 turns. And has a 100% chance when booked, chance of increasing the cooldowns of all enemy skills by 3 turns. Wow, so we're going to be decreasing the buffs by 3 turns and decreasing their cooldowns all by 3 turns. This is insane. Grants an extra turn if there are no buffs on the enemy team after this attack. Oh my god, and that's on a 4-turn cooldown when booked. That's even more broken than the A2. I got to admit, that's unbelievable. That's top tier. That's S tier plus. There's more. I can't even believe I'm saying this right now. There's more. Passive Ghost with the most. Whenever an enemy is revived, places a True Fear debuff on that enemy for 2 turns. Whew. Okay, that's good enough there. What else do you got? You've got more. Removes any stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, True Fear, petrification debuffs from this champion before the start of their turn. Increases ally speed in all battles by 19%. I'm both happy and mad at the same time about this champion. I think that this champion's on Armand's tier quality. This champion is on KruYseN and Armand's tier quality. I have no words to say right now. I'm mixed, man. Like, I'm thrilled. We're gonna get this awesome free champion. But at the same time, man, I have been harping for the last year straight about Armands and how pissed off I was. Armands, by the way, for those that don't know, is the most broken champion in the game of Raid Shadow Legends at the moment in live arena, and just in general in arena. This champion is a pick or ban in every single matchup, especially in the higher tiers. It gets more important that you have your Armands, and if you don't, well, you have to ban them, because if you don't, you're getting clapped. It's just that simple. Okay, this was the Raid 5th Anniversary Fusion, Armands, the Magnificent. And if you have him, you're probably sick of him already, even if you have him, because he is just a terrorizing arena as we know it. He's just ruining the game as we know it, because they mass-produced this champion that everybody now has, and everybody is now just sick of him and wants him gone. And now they just brought another champion better. This is better than Armands, in my humble opinion.
Is this a dream? No. I thought not. If it were, they'd be wrong.
I can't even do this. I can't do this, man. I just gotta walk off, dude. This champion is fucking broken. What else do you want me to say, dude? This champion gets past Stone Skin by increasing the cooldowns of all their skills. He decreases the duration of all their buffs, which could effectively remove the Stone Skin. This champion takes all debuffs from himself that could potentially make him miss his turn, and removes them at the beginning of his turn. There's no chance of this happening. It just happens. I mean, if you've ever played against White Queen and Korra and King Narcissus, you know how friggin' annoying that passive ability is. That she just steals all the buffs, all the debuffs that you try to put on him, and puts them all on herself, and then wipes them all off of herself. And it's just so annoying, dude. And then gives herself extra 50% turn meter if she misses her turn because of the debuff that she has on her. You know how annoying this is if you've ever played against Sifi and Rhodos, and how Sifi just removes all these crowd control debuffs from Rhodos at the start of each turn. Like, yeah, this is... And then the speed aura, like... Speed aura, you're always going to love a speed aura anywhere you go in the game. This is the best champion this is the best champion Raids ever. This is a must fuse. If you don't fuse this champion, you're an idiot. I'm just going to say it right now. If you have the resources to fuse this champion and the time it takes to fuse this champion, and you don't fuse this champion, what are you doing with your life? This is an amazing champion, 10 out of 10. I don't even know how to properly explain this champion, but I'm gonna let some other content creators do the job for me.
He's looking kind of crazy. He really is. Like, let's having another look here. Yeah, he seems bonkers. Really good.
Absolutely massive. So I really think he's a very strong champion. And if you're asking me, is this champion a must-do? I 100% think it is. Now,
wow, this guy is the real deal. I love this. This guy as a fusion makes me very happy, because he is a champion that, you know, you don't need to basically, you know, pull. You don't need to pull him, right? You just need to complete this fusion, and then you have this incredible tool at your disposal for arena. He cannot be hard CC'd. His passive, he cannot be hard CC'd. He shuts down revive champions. So even if, he shuts down revive champions. And if for some reason the revive champion with the fear does an ability, he will passively use his A2 and then fear everybody again. It's an insane amount of CC from this champion, and I can't imagine how, like, I can see this guy being really bad for kind of the game. Just because he, like, is Arman's level of oppression, because he's gonna fully shut down your enemy team, and you just can't do anything. Like, he could single-handedly win you the fight, just like how Arman's can single-handedly win you an arena fight if he's left by himself.
Let's see what's going to be. Thoughts on the new fusion KruYseN? Black Dragon, in my opinion, he's the new Armands. He is going to be so powerful that you're gonna need to pick it or ban it. Pick it or ban it. I think that's what we're going to see for him.
Yeah, so I mean that's really it for me. We got it right there from the #1 live arena player in the world at this current moment in time, and has been for quite some time now. Nearly 45,000 live arena trophies is no joke, dude. And a record that will literally never be surpassed, because we're about to change over to the reset system where live arena ranking resets. So congratulations to you for, such a great accomplishment. KruYseN, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that's crazy, man, to have nearly 45,000. I think I might have accumulated 2,300 since the beginning of live arena. So that's where I stand right now. And I don't even know. That's just crazy to even fathom having even 10,000 trophies. This guy has 45,000 and is saying that this guy is literally better than Armand. So if you can argue with him, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm doing the fusion. I have some shards saved up here. I'm going to tell you guys right now how much resources you probably should have saved up to comfortably do this fusion without having to pay any money. I would say having between like 10 and 20 sacred shards would probably be a fair number to shoot for going into the fusion. And then as many ancients, voids, and primals as you could possibly have. You probably won't need a whole lot of them, but the primals are always good for points in the champion chase or the summoning events. But sacreds is really where it's at. You want to have as much sacreds as possible. You can never have too many shards, but a minimum I would shoot for would probably be like 50 ancient shards, 15 to 20 void shards at the very minimum, and then try and have like anything above 5 primals probably. I don't have very many myself, but that's not a problem because we got clan bots and other events and things like that. Plus we got this nice raid gift that's going to be coming out over the next week, which is going to offer a primal and a couple of voids in there as well, which is really nice. As far as energy goes, I probably have no less than 1,500 gems going into the fusion to get those dungeon divers events and those extra champion training events and stuff like that are like must-dos. They're pretty much all must-do events, except for maybe a couple of summoning events that you could skip. You'll have to do at least one of the summoning events. The summoning event that I would suggest that they normally have would be toward the end. It's usually a champion chase event or like a summoning event that gives you like double or triple the normal amount of resources for the fusion that the other two summoning events do have, which allows you to skip those other two summoning events as long as you max out the final summoning event. Usually does work out for most fusions, but once we get the fusion calendar, you can kind of see and plan where you're going to need to do and what things you can do and skip and stuff like that. And I would highly recommend that you do that. Things always are subject to change, of course, but just keep that in mind, that there usually is a roadmap before every fusion in case you've never done a fusion before. There's usually a roadmap right here. So the Plarium Play app on the computer, and then right here it'll usually show you it'll show you what events to expect. What's this one here? Artifact Drop Fever. I think they said that fusion started on the 10th or something like that, right? So they'll add all that in to the calendar once it starts. There'll probably be an actual fusion roadmap as well that's pretty similar to the champion that I showed you. Like there's the champion on a page or whatever. Yeah, like this here, except it'll show the fusion schedule. And it'll show you like exactly how much fusion resources will be in each event. I would go off that one. You can't really go wrong if you use that once that comes out. You can find that usually on pretty much any like raid Facebook page or social media or stuff like that. So that's where you'll find that. And yeah, good luck with the fusion. If this is your first ever Armands type quality champion, like it will be for me, I never did fuse Armands because I took that year off raid. So I came back to an Armands meta and a Mythicals meta, which was very, very frustrating for me to do. But I made it through to this year here. And although I'm happy and sad, I want to fuse the champion because it's a must fuse, and it'll boost me up in live arena, surely, because I do have decent speed gear on my account. But the problem is that it's another mass-produced top-tier champion that you really have to pick or ban in live arena. So it's like there's going to be that champion and Armands. So I think what this is going to do is now it's going to be like, I have Armands, you have whatever his name is, Fabian, I have Marius. So it's going to be like Fabian, Armands, Marius will be like the first 3 picks in every single live arena battle. And it's just going to be really annoying because you can only ban 2 out of the 3. So either Marius, Armands, or Fabian is going to make it, well, at least one of them is going to make it through to every single live arena battle, which is going to make it extremely frustrating for players. They're going to have to do something about live arena because the state it's in right now is just not fun. It's not fun for me. It may be fun for you if you've spent $500,000 on the game and have every access to every champion under the sun, +4 this, +4 that, good gear and 6-star souls. But for just your average Joes out there that are just looking to have fun in the game of raid and arena and a PvP format, we can't do that. And that's one of the pain points, one of the major pain points. Even for playing a game like this where the intention of the creator of the game is so that people will pay to play the game. Well, even the ones that pay to play the game, if you're not literally dishing out, what it would cost you to buy a new house, you're never going to be super, super, super competitive in this game, which is unfortunate. And it's going to be very difficult for you to have fun in the higher tiers of live arena. And it was never like that. If we look back 2-3 years back before Mythicals, before Stone Skin, before Armands, this is talking like when Sifis and Duchesses were the top tier champions, and the Rhodoses and the Warlords that everyone was looking for. The Necrets, you know what I'm talking about. The OGs know. Those were the days where you could actually compete in Platinum Arena without needing to have spent millions of dollars on the game. Am I saying that that's how it is now, that you need to spend millions of dollars on the game? No, I'm just embellishing. But what I'm saying is, like, you need to spend a ridiculous amount of money or have a ridiculously, like, legendary type run in pulling free shards from the portal and finding amazing gear for your free dungeon runs that you're not going to be, buying extra energy or buying a lot of extra energy anyways, like some of the whales do, to, just farm dungeons over and over again. Like, let me put this into perspective for you, okay? A whale can farm every dungeon in like 10 seconds or less for the most part, or under a minute for some of the harder ones. And they can do like thousands of runs in one night in just one dungeon, where it might take you or guys like you or me like a year to do the same amount of farming that they could do in one dungeon in one night. So just keep that in mind, that's really not obtainable, no matter how dedicated you are to the game and how much time you put into the game. You could never be where a player like KruYseN or someone like an Ash or someone like that it will be in live arena, because just how much money they've spent in the game. So what I'm suggesting to Plarium, which they're not going to listen, but what I would suggest if anyone were to listen to me, little old me, is do a restricted list, at least like for a period of time, where certain champions are restricted or banned before the match even begins. So a period of time where, you know, our Mons is banned among with like, you know, a bunch of other champions. There'd be like 20 or 30 champions that nobody can pick in live arena. That way, and still have the ban phase. That way it would give a chance for at least the lower tier players, you know, who might not have those champions. I'm talking the top tier, must ban, must pick, must ban type champions. Even if it's just 5 champions or 6 champions in that restricted list for, say, you know, a 1 week period out of the month, at the very least would give us, or even have like leagues where restricted leagues where certain champions are just banned from that league altogether and nobody can pick them, and then still have the ban and pick phase. I think would make a lot of difference to live arena, whereas now it's just like whoever has the most money and whoever has the most champions, the biggest champions and the baddest champions, wins the game. So yeah, with that, I'm getting out of here for now, and I hope you all have a good day. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be back with the next one. My name is Andrew. This is Black Dragon Studios.